Both the Congress and the BJP-led NDA government have made elaborate plans for Nehru's 125th birthday anniversary celebrations. In fact, as you can see on your screens right now, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh paying his respects, and this is in fact the ceremony that's taking place live at the Talakatore Stadium. And Ashar Khan now joining us live on the story. Ashar, the Congress pulling out all stops, organizing this two-day international conference to highlight the legacy, and we see that former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has in fact arrived.
Well, we see that former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has arrived. In a short while from now, Congress President, Congress Vice President will also arrive. Definitely, it's a battle of legacy which is being fought at various levels. We saw last time round also on the 31st of October, which happens to be the birthday of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and the death anniversary of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. We saw that the government was doing something else while the Congress party was doing something else. This time round, they've made their own committee and they've taken a lead in claiming ownership of the legacy of Pandit Nehru.
Right, Ashar, we understand that this event will be attended by a host of international leaders and representatives of various political parties. If you can give us an idea of the guest list that Sonia Gandhi has in fact extended personal invitations to.
Well, that is a separate event which will happen on 16th and 17th. Which is Monday and Tuesday. That is an international conference. She extended invitations to most of the alliance partners of political parties, that includes Mamata Banerjee, the NCP, Jayalalitha, Nitish Kumar and so on. But the basic reason behind that is that they are saying that everybody who follows the ideology of Pandit Nehru is being asked to come and attend that international conference.
Well, Ashar, on the other hand, if you can actually, go into detail about the politics that's, sort of ensued after this, because we see that the BJP government has also organized the Bal Swachhata mission in schools between the 14th and 19th November. So, interestingly, do you think that the BJP is going to extend any invitations there to the Congress leaders, considering the Congress has outrightly snubbed the Prime Minister Narendra Modi by not inviting him to this?
Well, one has to understand that it is not the BJP which is doing it, it's the government of India. So now whenever the government of India does programs, important leaders across the political spectrum, their leaders in parliament, they are all invited. But here on the other hand, it is an individual function of the Congress party and not that of the government of India. So yes, when functions are done on behalf of the government of India, everybody is invited. But in the current scenario, it is up to the Congress party and the Congress President to extend invitations to people whom they deem fit.
Right, and Ashar, we also understand that the BJP is planning to celebrate Nehru's 125th birth anniversary as the year of Bal Swachhata. But more importantly, let's just, cut across to what's happening live now at the Talakatore Stadium. As you can see, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has in fact made his entrance. Ashar, we understand that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi will be addressing this conference. More importantly, this gathering a lot of significance considering Delhi elections are right around the corner.
Absolutely. In fact, this would be an occasion where party cadres would be interacting with the senior leadership of the Congress party. Both the President and the Vice President of the Congress party will be addressing them. We've seen that the entire stadium is almost full with the Congress cadres which have been brought in from various parts of Delhi. We also see that there are lots of former MLAs of Delhi here, and also the important aspect is that this event is being organized by the Delhi Pradesh Congress Committee. Definitely it would be a bit to galvanize the cadres so as to infuse them in the upcoming elections which could be held in the next 1 or 2 months.
Right, and both the Congress and in fact the BJP led NDA government had made elaborate plans for Nehru's 125th birthday. But let's just quickly cut across to the Talukatore Stadium. As you can see, Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi, Arvinder Singh Lavli, they're making their entrance on stage. Remember, this is also being looked at as a bid to galvanize the grand old party, considering that Narendra Modi has not been invited for this event. And also the crowd really erupting in cheers as Arvinder Singh Lavli made his entrance. We understand that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi will be addressing this two-day international conference. Sonia Gandhi, remember, has extended personally over 55 invitations to several international leaders and representatives of various political parties.
दिल्ली प्रदेश कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष परम आदरणीय अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस कमेटी की अध्यक्षा श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी का सूत माला से स्वागत करेंगे। अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस कमेटी के महासचिव श्री शकील अहमद जी आदरणीय पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री श्री मनमोहन सिंह जी का स्वागत करेंगे। सीएलपी लीडर श्री हारून यूसुफ जी अखिल भारतीय कांग्रेस के महासचिव श्री राहुल गांधी जी का स्वागत करेंगे। आप सबसे प्रार्थना है कि इससे पहले कि हम कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत करें, कृपया थोड़ा सा शांत हो जाएं ताकि हम विधिवत कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत कर सकें। आपका जोश हम लोग समझ सकते हैं। हमारे प्रिय नेता मंच पर बैठे हैं, ये जोश होना तो लाजमी है, लेकिन कुछ क्षण के लिए अब आप शांत हो तो हम विधिवत कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत करें।
Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi and the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh there sitting at on stage. Remember, this is their bid to galvanize the Congress ahead of the Delhi elections. The Prime Minister has not been invited for the Congress is Nehru event. This is a two-day international conference that has in fact been planned. Sonia Gandhi extending personal invitations to international leaders and representatives of various political parties, including Mamata Banerjee and Nitish Kumar, but snubbing the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and not inviting him. Mamata Banerjee and Nitish Kumar received a personal invitation from Congress President Sonia Gandhi to attend this international conference in the capital to mark the 125th birth anniversary of India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, Narendra Modi has not been invited, and the Congress in fact made it clear that why they had left the Prime Minister out. Sonia Gandhi and former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh remember, were also invited to Sunday's oath ceremony for the 21 new ministers but did not attend. Ashar Khan still with us. Ashar, we understand that this is definitely looking like a bid to galvanize the Congress once again ahead of the Delhi elections, because you see prominent faces of the capital that have joined former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, Sonia and Rahul Gandhi, like Sheila Dikshit and Arvinder Singh Lavli.
Well, Sheila Dikshit is there not because she's contesting Delhi elections. She is there because she is the chairman of the Congress's Centenary Celebrations Committee.
Right.
As far as Arvinder Singh Lavli is concerned, he is there because he is the chairman of the Delhi Pradesh Congress Committee. So, and Shakil Ahmed is there because he is the General Secretary in charge of Delhi. Because this is being conducted by the PCC. But on the other hand, since the cadres are here, it is a process, a bid to speak to the cadres of the Congress party in the national capital. That is what is happening. Apart from that, it is the politics of claiming the legacy which is playing itself out.
Ashwin, we understand that Mamata Banerjee and Nitish Kumar have also been given invitations personally by Sonia Gandhi. Mamata Banerjee we understand, is likely to travel to Delhi for the conference. Remember, she had a bitter parting with the Congress back in 2012. But till date, she stood out as one of the sharpest critics of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So how are you viewing this politically?
Well, since the results of the 2014 Lok Sabha elections have come out, things have changed as far as political affiliations are concerned, also with the permutations and combinations are concerned. Clearly, it is a bit to reach out to parties which the Congress feels has the same ideology as the Congress party, and that is why they've been invited to that all-important international conference which is scheduled for Monday and Tuesday.
Right, this is in fact a two-day international conference that has in fact begun in the capital. Prime Minister Narendra Modi too has announced big plans for the birth anniversary of Nehru and has reconstituted a committee set up for this by the previous Congress-led UPA government. The committee, remember, is now headed by Prime Minister Modi instead of his predecessor Manmohan Singh and includes Congress leaders like Ghulam Nabi Azad, Mallikarjun Kharge and Karan Singh. And this is in fact the conference that has in fact begun. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are seated on the stage. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, Arvind Singh Lovely, Sheila Dikshit are among the leaders. Remember, Sonia Gandhi has invited several international leaders to the conference on Nehru's legacy, but has in fact outrightly ignored the Prime Minister, snubbing Narendra Modi, and has not invited him for this two-day conference. Meanwhile, the BJP themselves are pulling out all stops to plan a ceremony of their own that will go on from the 14th to the 17th of November to kickstart Nehru's 125th birth anniversary celebrations today. Right, Ashar, so is this being viewed actually as the Congress's effort to resurrect, obviously, Jawaharlal Nehru's legacy at a trying time, but more importantly, for the timing of this, considering they're taking the message to the masses, the Congress organizing this international conference to mark the 125th birth anniversary of India's first Prime Minister?
Absolutely, a message is being sent by the Congress party. In fact, we've seen that in the last 6 months or so since the new government came into power, one would find the Congress clearly being not visible as far as its plans were concerned, as far as its activities were concerned. But this time around, we see that the Congress party is constantly on the rise as far as this event is concerned. They've tried to come before the day, which is the exact birthday of Pandit Nehru, and there is an international conference which is being planned. So clearly, compared to the BJP and the government this time round, the Congress also wants to have a big event, wants to have a massive event, and also it also makes for a very good photo op. After all, they also want to be present as far as the public space is concerned, which they feel, that is the Congress feel, has been usurped by the BJP and the new government.
But Ashar, and we understand that Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are also expected to address the conference. If you can actually take us through the schedule of the entire 2 days.
Well, what we've been given to understand is that all three of them have arrived. That is the former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Congress President, and the Congress Vice President. As you can hear behind me, there is a culture choir program which is going on as of now. After this, all three of them will speak one by one. Then there will be the vote of thanks, and before the vote of thanks would be a pledge which would be about the ideals of Pandit Nehru and how every congressman and every person present should imbibe the teachings and the philosophy of Pandit Nehru. And after that, the program will end. At the most, the program will take about an hour. But the bigger impact is from the entire national capital. We've got people coming in. You've got every ward, every MLA. People have been coming in. People who've contested on the tickets of the Congress party and have lost in the last elections, they've also come in. In the morning, we saw the former MLAs, sitting 8 MLAs. They're all here. The entire state unit is here. That is what galvanizes the party. and it so happens that Sheila Dikshit happens to be the chairman of the Centenary Celebrations Committee, though she has said officially that she is not keen in returning to Delhi politics, but yes, she will stay in politics. The departure from Sheila Dikshit from Delhi is too early, so people constantly relate her to the Congress, being the Congress's face in Delhi. So clearly putting all this in perspective, the Congress also trying to make some headway, some leeway as far as the political scenario in the national capital is concerned.
Ashar Khan, thank you for giving us those updates. Stay with us. We'll slip into a quick short break and we'll come back and cut across live to the Congress's international conference that's taking place at the Talukatore Stadium in the capital. Welcome back. These are in fact live visuals of the Congress is kicking off the two-day international conference that it is in fact starting on Monday and Tuesday, keen to resurrect the Jawaharlal Nehru legacy at a trying time for the party and taking the message to the masses. The Congress organizing this international conference from 17th to 18th November to mark the 125th birth anniversary of India's first Prime Minister. The party, however, has not invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP for the event to be held at the Talukatore Stadium. Now, Ashar Khan is still with us. Ashar, we understand that there is apprehension among the Congress leaders that the Modi government was intent on downplaying the contribution of Nehru while trying to appropriate the legacy of some other freedom fighters, including Sardar Patel. So the conference, in fact, coming at a crucial time for the Congress, which registered perhaps its worst Lok Sabha performance earlier this year.
Well, absolutely, that is the case. In fact, if we go back, the government of India, when UPA was at power, had constituted a committee which included the Congress president to look into the programs for the 125th centenary year celebrations of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. When this new government came to power, the Congress president resigned from that committee. After that, what happened, a new committee was constituted, but the Congress president was not there in that committee, neither was any member from the Dadi family was there. But what the Congress party did was that they constituted their own committee so as to look into the celebrations of the 125-year celebration. Today is a standalone event of the Congress party organized by the Delhi Pradesh Congress Committee, in which nobody has been invited. It's a specific Congress program. The second program is the international conference, which is scheduled for Monday and Tuesday, for which invitations have been extended to international delegates who have confirmed their coming, and also to national parties, which does not include the BJP, which does not include Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So the invitations for other people are for the international conference, which is there on Monday and Tuesday. Today is a standalone Congress's internal program, which is being held here in Talukatore Stadium. Now this program also has a lot of importance because since elections are around the corner in Delhi, this is the first time perhaps that the entire Delhi Congress unit is being asked to put up such a big show of strength for the Congress party. We see that MLAs who contested elections in the last Delhi Assembly elections and who had lost are now, we could see them here, the party cadres are here, both from the Mahila Congress, the Seva Dal, the various factions of the Congress coming together. So this is what the Congress party is also hoping.
Ashar, thank you for giving us those updates. Stay with us. We'll slip into a short break right now, but we'll come back and continue to track the story after the... And let's quickly cut across to the Talukatore Stadium. Remember, where the Congress has in fact kick-started its celebrations and welcoming Nehru's legacy on the eve of his 125th birthday anniversary celebration.
प्रत्येक कांग्रेस जन का यह कर्तव्य है कि जिस भारत का सपना पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी ने देखा था, जिस भारत की कल्पना पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी ने की थी, उस भारत के अंदर सर्व धर्म के लोग, सब जाति के लोग, सब कास्ट और क्रीड के लोग आपस में सद्भाव में रहे, प्यार में रहे। लेकिन आज कुछ ऐसी ताकतें हमारे देश में सक्रिय हैं जो पंडित जी की कल्पना वाली भारत के विरोध में काम कर रही हैं। आज मुझे ये तकलीफ होती है, एक कांग्रेस जन होने के नाते नहीं, इस दिल्ली का निवासी होने के नाते भी, कि दिल्ली जो सद्भाव की मिसाल थी, उस दिल्ली में अशांति फैलाने की कोशिश हो रही है। इसलिए प्रत्येक कांग्रेस जन को यह शपथ लेनी चाहिए कि पंडित जी वाली भारत की कल्पना जो उनकी थी, उस कल्पना को पूरा करने के
Ashar Khan now joining us live from the Talakatore Stadium, where this ceremony is in fact taking place. Ashar, the Congress appearing keen to use Nehru's anniversary to script its own sort of electoral revival and has planned events through the year, we understand.
Well, yes, events have been planned through the year. In fact, this is the first event, as you can see behind me. The Delhi Congress Chief Harvinder Singh Lovely is speaking in this event. After this, the Congress President and the Vice President will be speaking. In fact, as he is speaking, he is also speaking. He's categorically stating that there is an atmosphere of hatred which is being spread in the national capital, and the Congress will not allow that to happen. So clearly political statements constantly being made from the very start, from the very beginning, and what we expect is that in these speeches to come also the ideology of Nehru will be propagated and rather juxtaposed against what the Congress alleges is the ideology of the BJP of dividing. So that is what is going to happen.
Right, and we understand that, Ashar, it's not just the Congress's top brass, but the party's frontal organizations, including the Youth Congress, have drawn up this year-long schedule of events. They'll be going to each major institution of the country to mark the anniversary with Nehru's message of inclusiveness. So really the Congress finally sort of, waking up in the sense of planning their electoral revival after the drubbing they received in the Lok Sabha elections. And the first big test is going to be the Delhi polls.
Well, it is going to be the first big test was Maharashtra and Haryana, which they lost and virtually came third in both those states. But the other thing is that this is an event which clearly, moving away from the politics of it, this is something the Congress can take ownership about and go ahead and propagate its ideology. So that is something which it is taking advantage of, and that is why we see that they've made their own committees, their own programs, things are happening on their own, not relying on the government or on the BJP. And also this is galvanizing the cadres, galvanizing the party also, because since programs are being held, everybody is coming out, the Congress flag is visible, Congress leaders are visible. So that is the strategy of the Congress party, and that is being played out. And Rahul is speaking behind me, as you can clearly see.